Spring Training 2025 A's coverage. We have a sit down today you are going to enjoy thoroughly. Shea Langeliers, the 27-year-old backstop, had a career season in 2024. 29 home runs, a career best 111 OPS plus. We talk about the move from Oakland to Sacramento, how that changes the clubhouse, the energy, the environment around the team. Also, what it meant and means for this ball club to have Mark Kotsay extended as the skipper. All that and more. What Luis Severino means for this team going forward and the expectations for the A's in 2025. This is my conversation with Shea Langeliers. It is spring training number 6 for Shea Langeliers. Shea, what's different for you? Take me back to season 1, spring training 1 versus 6. How are you different?
Yeah, a lot different. Spring training 1 would have been 2020 with the Braves. Obviously, didn't really know a whole lot going into that spring training. Kind of just, we're following the veteran guys around over in Atlanta, I guess, Florida, spring training. Just kind of getting the feel for things, trying to stay out of people's way. And then every year you get a little more comfortable. You understand what you're trying to do, and then eventually, when you're on the big league team, it kind of changes your mentality coming into spring, and just trying to mesh together with a group of guys and build a winning culture.
How do you change the way you eat, train during the off season to get set for the spring?
Yeah, that just depends on what you're trying to do. I mean, it seems like probably more than half the guys are always trying to put on weight. Some of the guys are trying to lose weight, and other guys are trying to maintain. It's just whatever your goal is for the offseason, getting stronger, faster, whatever that may be, that kind of dictates how you're going to go about, your diet, your sleep, and stuff like that.
So what was your goal for this spring?
My goal, I dropped about 10 pounds, so I was, pretty focused on my diet over the offseason. Just wanted to lose a little bit of weight, be easier on the knees throughout the year, make that recovery just a little bit easier after catching, 120, 130 games.
That's interesting because there's a balance. Some guys in your position like to gain some weights because they lose weight throughout the season. Some like to lose weight before because they like to gain weight throughout the year. Did you lose the 10 pounds?
In the off season, yeah.
Yes.
So I'm one of those guys that gains weight in season. I hold my weight pretty easy. So coming in a little bit lighter is going to be better for me.
All right, let's talk about this year with the move. It's a different ballpark, different scenario, different situation. So strategy-wise, how does that change you as a catcher?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know for sure yet. We'll know when we get there how the ballpark plays. How it affects pitching, hitting, defense, all that stuff. The one thing we do know is it's going to be our home ballpark, and we're going to try to use it to our advantage.
The expectation up in Sacramento is through the roof. Have you felt that so far?
Yeah, we can feel the excitement from the fans. I think all the games are sold out, to my knowledge. It's an exciting time, and I'm excited for this team and what we can do this year.
Last year, we talked a lot about this team surprising people, and I think they did. You guys did. That's not going to be the case in 2025. You're not going to sneak up on anyone. They know who the A's are, and they're coming. What's the next step? What's the evolution from that 2024 iteration to what you can do now this season?
Yeah, I think the second half of last season, finishing the year 39 and 37, I think the belief is there now. We believe in ourselves. We believe that we can compete with the best teams in the league. Now the next step forward is just consistency. Bringing that best version of yourself as a baseball player, as a person, to the field every day, and just going out there and playing the game to the best of our ability. Bring our best game as a team day in and day out.
What, in that term, just taking the next step, what does a guy like Severino do for the clubhouse and for you as a catcher?
It's huge. Sevy's a guy that's been there and done it in the league, had a ton of success. Pitched a lot of postseason games. He knows the atmosphere and stuff like that. It's just a guy like him for our younger guys, me included, just the young core of the players that we have, to be able to look up to him and ask him questions, and it's huge. It brings an advantage to us and helps us take that next step forward.
Yeah, and what's it like? I mean, talking to him, catching him. How do you get that rapport?
Yeah, it just comes with time. I told our staff that I would like to catch him as much as possible in spring training to get as comfortable as I can with him, kind of understand how his mind works and what he likes to do. Obviously, see his pitches. He's got some nasty stuff, and get used to catching that. And it's me personally too as a catcher. It's his mentality. You can kind of take that into my repertoire as well, how I call games, what he likes to do, how he uses his pitches, and you can kind of expand on that with other pitchers as well.
I want to go back to the move to Sacramento because I felt there was this energy of we're leaving Oakland. That's it's heartbreaking, it's sad, but now it's the hope and the expectation of a new place. How does that energy affect this spring training?
Yeah, I mean, last year was sad. The last homestand in 2024, being able to win that last game was really cool, and have that experience, and all those fans there, and what we did that last game. That was something any guy that played in that game will tell you they'll never forget that. It's a very special moment, but a very sad time. And like you said, coming into this year, there is that excitement there. We're playing in a new place. Fans are excited in Sacramento, but at the same time, it was sad. We still. I know in my heart I still feel like an Oakland Athletic, and I feel like I always will. But yeah, it's just kind of, at the end of the day, our job is to go out there and play baseball, and that's what we try to focus on. But there is, that you feel it in your heart and in your mind a little bit, and you feel for those fans in Oakland. But we do what we can do. And
then final one, and thanks for the time, Shea. What does it do for you as a leader and for that clubhouse when you found out that Kotsay was going to get extended, and effectively you did get extended?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Ever since I've been here, I got traded here in 2022, first day of camp. Kotsay, it was his first year managing. He's been the guy ever since I've been here. So just to have that stability and knowing that he's going to be our guy leading us, through Sacramento into Vegas, it's huge. Knowing that that nothing's going to change on that front. And like I've said before, Kots has been awesome. He's been, you can ask him anything, baseball, non-baseball related, just about life in general. He's there for us. He brings a lot of energy every day, and he demands and expects a lot from us, which is great.
Shea, thank you for the time. Health, all the best in 2025, and looking forward to seeing you in the backstop on a full house up in Sacramento. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.